poetry. She's selling her wares. Should you wish to buy them? They're on the side there. Donations still there. Just saying. So can we give another wonderful PTS Stourbridge welcome for Katy Morris, please? Thank you.
Hello, thank you for sticking with me. I saved the sexy ones for the second part, just in case it put you off. So I'm just going to begin by continuing
That's not a very feminist remark.
with the Rover Longbridge theme. Another new one, like I say, I'm testing them out on you. In our family, we still very vividly remember the week and the actual day that Longbridge closed. And this poem is called Thursday, 7th of April, 2005. After World War I and II, the Depression, the strikes, the foreign market boom, the Mini, the Metro, the Austin Allegro, the mergers, the takeovers, the share drops, all the faces, the bodies, the tools, gone. The darkest day. Gloom spread its plumage beyond Longbridge borders. The world fell in its nest. 5 years, 14 years, 25 years, 36 years, and 2 minutes in the dole office feeling 2 inches tall. Just bear with it. Good will come in the shape of Sainsbury's and the eternal night shift that nobody wants, stacking stinking pet food and pop. Like a slow motion crash that kept on crashing even after the kids' day out to see Blair and PricewaterhouseCoopers with their paperwork and no remit and the 3 p.m. locking of the gates. When feathers glued together with a tenor started rustling about pensions, wings folded and everyone hoped the life-saving deal might still go ahead. Regardless of niceties, ITV Central News told us it was over and Rohit Katru said the facts were plain. 100-year history, no party. Hewitt MP was teary, palpable, appalling anxiety of the forthcoming election probably. Huddled under the magnificent bird, shielded from freezing winds and flurries of snow. It sung about good business logic, and let's not set hopes flying, but there'd be a fight. The scraps kept us singing. Powell was approached by a certain number of people, a bid from a private consortium, and he'd be delighted to hear from more. Any company would be glad to have a workforce such as that. Suffocated whilst waiting for the golden egg. The phoenix wouldn't rise again. 10 million here, 40 million there, task forces, hotlines, training, regeneration zones, CV creators, support packages. Rover sneezed and was gone. Again reading from Cutting the Green Ribbon. As I said, this is a feminist collection. Often women's poetry gets labelled as confessional. I've got a bit of an issue with that really, if I'm being honest, because it makes it sound like women have got secrets, or that what women write about is a bit taboo, a bit risky, should be kept for private eyes. So in this collection, I really tried to combat that and challenge that confessional trope. Birthday. Before. Thank you for the 4 tender kisses you gave me before bed, as if you knew and wanted to surprise me early. In recent years, I have become glum about a catalogue of unthumbed books and blank pads. It's tough when no one gives a fuck. You must have known I was a slowly deflating balloon. After. Today I bathed in a sea of petals. Soft warm water kissed the very rim, almost sinking into the scented wet affection of ylang ylang. Stroke after stroke. I sat up to distract from temptation. Buddha-like in the bath, I closed my eyes to restore peace, but my teeth scratch. Too deep to take the pain away. Something drained, whilst the flames licked, the sea burned. I don't know whether you remember, but a few years ago, a couple of years ago now, a chap called Casey Affleck won the Best Actor Oscar. Again, being a feminist, I had a bit of an issue with that. Don't know whether you know anything about him, but there were some rumours, there stayed rumours, of some sexual harassment and stuff. So this poem is dedicated to him, Best Actor. Will you put your arm around the night, caress its back and stroke the reel's 5 spokes? Each strong rib makes you smile, gives you shivers. Will you let your rank alcove breath mist its shiny face, which you cannot see because you hold it so close your eyes are blurred, as you polish its long sword with your eager fingers? Will you let it lie between your fleshy man's leg and tuck its head underneath the bottom of your t-shirt? Will you show it your dick? Would you press it against someone else and ask them to lick it, suck it, fuck it? Would you be angry if the night suddenly spoke and said, "You cow, I've had better sex than this"? Another one of my poems now, dedicated to one of the female writers that I have been really inspired by, H.D. Hilda Doolittle, who was a modernist poet. Always been very touched by the starkness of her work. Poetry cut back to the bare bones. So this is for her, from Hilda. Wild iris dancing in vicious sea, whipping waves swallow mystic twin in foam. Stolen. Petals dissolved in salt spray, abandoned. Roses thrive in coarse sand, rooted, watching. And then I'll finish with a poem called Karaoke Sing-Song Testament of Love. And it's dedicated to my all-time favourite poet, Diane de Prima, a 1950s beat poet. Okay, so I've read her memoir, I've read everything she's written. This is a woman living in the 1950s, dropped out of university, refused to conform to the conventions of American middle class society at the time, you know, didn't want to get married but still wanted lots of sex, who wouldn't, having sex with men that she loved, found attractive, regardless of their race, regardless of their colour. Remind you, this is the 1950s. Having children out of wedlock, moving around, living with friends, hanging out with the beats. Still got labelled a chick though. Heavy beats, punching, pounding, throbbing in my chest, underneath my breast, beating vessel, chamber of desire, electricity through my chambers, surge, forge forth, heat, beat, a red door of lust for you. I read your magic words, losing myself both inside and out. I am feeling you, want to keep you inside, hoping to magically evoke you. Picking you, ticking, tickling, tinkering, tingling, ting, 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 zing. Hop it, top it, tip it, pick it up. Murmuring, twinge, pull string, stroke after stroke. Linger, no longer myself left in the music of you. Hip in my mouth, sour grape. The female is ductile and so is this one. Drip, drip, sip my blood. As water I am pouring, I am brimming, filling and feeling full too, getting wide with a child I did not bear, vessel, channel, chalice full. Neck nets, mount, mouth of you. Your rhythm is my stillness, to wear your dried ink and perform. I am the never heard bird. Ting, 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 zing. Applause.